Welcome back to my channel Celebuzz. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. God, you guys are awake. The prosecutors are furious that the judge has postponed the Sean Diddy Combs trial. We had the opportunity to discuss the current state of the trial. Everyone, we must discuss this jury selection. The judge's deference to Diddy's crew is something we need to discuss. There's no logic behind that. We also need to discuss if this will truly make or break the trial. Sean Diddy Combs' trial was scheduled to begin on Monday. As you are all aware, Diddy's team requested that the jury election be postponed until Friday, even though it could have been finished on Thursday. Now listen, everyone in the legal community at that point, well, not everyone, thought, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense, as did I and the others I know. Why don't you finish this on Thursday so that any problems can be fixed on Friday and the trial can still begin on Monday? Well, you guys, guess what? It appears that these problems did materialize despite Diddy's team's statement that, hey, we'll just do it Friday. It appeared to be clever legal ploys to buy more time, buy another day, buy witnesses not to appear, and make the trial appear to be in disarray. I understand what you're saying. Listen, yes, Diddy will still be found guilty. But Diddy, you must keep this in mind. All right, Diddy just requires a single juror. For one juror to feel sorry for him. One juror to support his position. Oh, you know what? Thought one juror. The government's argument isn't very compelling. According to one jury, this has been a mess up for the whole thing. According to one jury, the six-pack of white women are being racist. All he needs is that. As an aside, prosecution, you should hire a black attorney immediately if you haven't already, because you are aware that Damian Williams. Let me just add this as a side remark. Damian Williams used to head the Southern District of New York. He resigned when Trump came into power. Okay? Now, many people said he resigned before he got fired, because Trump wanted his own guy in there. Southern District of New York is one of the most powerful prosecution teams in the, if not the most powerful prosecution team for the government in the United States. And anyway, when Damon Williams was the head of this because he was the first black man to be the Southern District of New York, Diddy and his team were mute on any racism, mute on, oh my God, you trying to take down a black man cause you're talking to another black man. It falls short. Now that Damon Williams has been replacing the whole prosecution team, is white. Now they come up with the six-pack of white women stuff. Again, it's all stupid mind games cause anybody that wants to believe that. First of all, Diddy, if you truly believe this is about race, then put your money where your mouth is. Why don't you let us know the names of a few other monsters? Go on. That'll listen. Let them know the name of some white monsters that they can go after, and then you will prove, oh my God, you only going after me because of racism. If you know other people, men or women who are white, who are doing that same messed up stuff you've been accused of doing, why don't you give them those names to the prosecutors, right? I'm telling you, why don't you? But you can't, because you won't. Because as much as you screaming racism, the only thing that you're mad about is that you got caught. Where's all this philanthropy that Did used to do? Remember. Oh, he's so active in his community. We found out that all these, awards, all these college scholarships, all this stuff. We found out that it was all PR. He made a thing to Howard. He never paid that scholarship grant. He never did anything. It was all smoke and mirrors for good, for PR to make it look like he was a savior of the community, and he wasn't doing nothing but fleecing pockets and using poor black and brown students, as like just PR fodder. But again, for all those people, saying they trying to take down a black man doesn't really want. Can we have the names? Can we have the names? Because we will go after them too. The U.S. Attorney's Office will go, but Diddy doesn't care because he's interested in protecting the system. So if you're interested in protecting the system, ain't nothing you can say when baby it's musical chairs, and you're the only one left standing. Anyway, let's get back into this, right? Listen. At the end of the day, the fact that the judge let this happen, I'm going to say it now. Judge Aaron has a great record, but see, here's the thing. I feel like the judge might be a little bit too green. I feel like this case might be too big for the judge. Celebrity cases, especially when the media involved, there's a lot of moving parts. Even if we can't see it, there are a lot of moving parts, and I feel like the judge, he keeps falling for Diddy's tricks. How did the defense ask it to be moved to Friday instead of Thursday? Because they were trying to delay the date of the trial. And when you delay the date of the trial, it sends a message to prospective jurors that the prosecution isn't ready, that there's something going on, and they can't start on time. The fact that Judge Aaron is existing in a universe where he doesn't understand these tricks, that defense plays, that he doesn't understand how, when defense acts for A, it's not in good faith. because they are really trying to get to be, you are the judge. Let me just say this. The jury is in charge of deciding what's true or not. Okay. But the judge is responsible for applying law. Law is procedural as well as ascertaining facts. The judge is supposed to steer the ship so that justice can be delivered and that neither side can use any tricks or turns. The judge is on top of the prosecution. But when it comes to defense, he keeps giving them these little outs. He keeps giving them these little favors, whether wittingly or unwittingly. And it's really disconcerting because do you not realize what right? Do you not realize at all what is at stake and what they're doing and how this is a form of jury tainting? Honestly, I'm gonna need the old heads from the court to get involved with Judge Aon and actually see what's going on because, yeah. Listen, and get this. The judge says that he's delaying jury selection because he's concerned about cold feet. Have you lost your mind? Do you not know how jury selection goes? I don't believe this. There are 45 people now. 43, because 2 people were taken off. We'll talk about in a different video, that are now saying, yes, we are ready for trial, or we will go, and you're now saying, I don't know. Listening to the prosecution, they might get cold feet. Who would get cold feet? Who would get cold feet? Everybody there wants to be there. Everybody in the media. All the court reporters say there's something different about this trial. Usually people be killing themselves not to get on jury. Now everybody wants to be on this jury. Everybody wants to be on this jury. Who is getting cold feet? You're just giving the defense more time to investigate the jurors and find something. But the fact that the judge isn't even reading the room. Cold feet. Let me tell you something. Even for traffic cases, nobody wants to be on jury duty. In Diddy's trial, it's different, right? Because it's Celebrity Factory. But even in cases where nobody wants to be there, when the jury tells you, all right, so you've been selected and make sure you're here at 9 a.m. The people show up. Nobody doesn't show up. Do you know you can get arrested for not showing up? Do you know how much trouble you can be in for not showing up? And the fact that the judge is really saying this dumb mess, oh my God, you're concerned about cold feet. You guys, the trial has been delayed from the judge. Okay, where are we at? The trial has been delayed. This was a dumb trick by the defense and it worked, and a judge is feeding into this and the prosecution was objecting left and right. And what intended to be a pre-trial hearing, to wrap the news, to wrap up any loose ends in the case that could see Diddy behind bars. This is directly from Deadline, behind bars for life if found guilty. Judge Aaron nudged, solidifying the jury until Monday morning. They pushed Diddy's Mark Agnilio on Tenny Gargo's defense team with the client in the courtroom today. The argument is that it's better to leave objections to first thing next week to counter any potential jurors getting cold feet over the weekend and more seriously hampering the start of the trial, regardless of one's PO view on this. It made it all more acute when one potential juror told the court via email today that they wanted off the case as it is. First of all, 1 person out of 43 people. Yo, this was a wrong call. Now I am checking to see whether or not we will have the case, that whether the trial will start on the 12th. But that said, opening arguments were supposed to be on the 12th. The judge moved this for no reason, and all this could have been brought to the forefront on Thursday had the judge stuck to his own schedule. You know what? We are following this. We're not blaming anyone but baby. We are calling it like we see it. We are calling it why I see it. Listen, this week, it pains me to say, has been a lot of wins for Diddy. Victim number 3 has turned on the prosecution talking about, I never, even though we literally have proof that you not only did, but you did so often. On top of that, this defense trick to delay the trial. Yeah, it's a lot. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to be going live later and talk about everything that went on in court. There's a lot of stuff I'm skipping over, but you know, I'm trying to keep this short for the people that ain't got all day to listen to me ramble. For those of you that love the ramble and the legal insight, make sure y'all join me. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.